My brothers and sisters, this time of year, every year, we find Muslims engaging in practices that are foreign to Islam, alien to Islam and forbidden in Islam. And that is, of course, related to the affair of Christmas, and then that which follows it, of the celebration of the new year that the kuffar engage in every year. You should know, my brothers and sisters, that it was the Roman Catholic Church who spread the term Christmas amongst the rest of the Christian denominations. Then the question arises, before we enter into the Islamic position, where did the Catholic Church get the concept of Christmas from? Because it's not in the New Testament. That which they claim contains the teachings of Jesus Christ, or Isa ibn Maryam, alayhi salam. It is certainly not in the Old Testament. That which they claim was revealed to the Prophet Moses or Musa alayhi salam. The truth is that the practice in its earliest form began more than 300 years after Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala raised Isa ibn Maryam into the heavens. Christmas was not practiced as a celebration amongst the early adherents to Christ. The early followers, nor the disciples, the companions of Jesus, celebrated it. In reality, the festival was a pagan practice introduced into the Christian fold by the Catholic Church. In fact, the Catholic Encyclopedia itself, the 1911 edition itself, states, Christmas was not among the earliest festivals of the Church. The first evidence of the feast of Christmas comes from Egypt. Pagan customs centering around the month of January that gravitated to Christmas. In the same encyclopedia, it states that in the scriptures that the Christians they rely upon, as they claim, no one is recorded to have kept a feast or held a banquet on his birthday, meaning the birthday of Isa ibn Maryam, or Jesus, the son of Mary. It was only the sinners, in this encyclopedia it states, it was only the sinners who made rejoicing or made great rejoicings over the day in which they say they were born into this world. So birthdays in general were not part of the Christian religion. The 1946 edition of the Encyclopedia Britannica states regarding Christmas, a feast was established in the memory of this event, meaning the birth of Jesus, in the 4th century, over 300 years after Christ. In the 5th century, the Western Church ordered it to be celebrated forever on the day of the old Roman feast of the birth of Sol, the sun god of the Romans, as no certain knowledge of the day of Christ's birth existed. End of the quote. That's their religion. And that is their history, what teaches them about their faith. They, in fact, following the practices of the Romans and the pagans who held that festival in the name of a god that they called Sol, or the sun god, the solar god. And it was considered this day, meaning the 21st of December, which eventually over time changed to the 25th of December. That it was the shortest day of the year, and thereafter it was the rebirth of the sun. So then there comes after that the longer days when the sun is out. So what has that got to do with Christ or Isa ibn Maryam? Nothing whatsoever. Because as they themselves affirm, They don't know when he was born, what day he was born, upon what calendar date he was born. So for the first 300 years after Isa alayhi salam, the celebration had no connection to Christianity. Rather, it was rooted in paganism and the winter solstice. And then it was instituted and ordered by the Western Church in the 5th century. So therefore, if the Christians have no basis in what they're celebrating, under what guise do the Muslims follow them in their ignorance?